Afternoon, everybody. This is Lady Rage, Famous Geek Radio. I have Travis with me, and today we are going to talk about Destiny in the Twitch that they did today. Sorry we're late. They were late, made us late. Couldn't help it. Hey, Travis.
Hey, what's up? Talking some more about this Destiny. Oh man, Activision, Bungie. It's funny because I went to go pick up this Tuesday. This Tuesday. Well, Monday midnight. There was a rumor going around the Destiny forums saying that Xur was going to show up on Tuesday, and me. I believe if you're going to say you're going to show up to a certain spot, you should show up. Xur pulled a Meek. Xur pulled a Meek Mills move. He did not show up to the tower. He showed up to Instagram. And I'm going to quote a line: trigger fingers with the Twitter fingers, really quickly. But he showed what some exotics that he would have in his that are coming from Taken King, which I kind of figured that Destiny would do instead of actually showing up Xur at the tower, because Xur, even when Destiny came out, Xur was not at the tower. Xur came Friday after the release date of Destiny, and he's going to show up Friday after the release date of Taken King. He will not show up on a Tuesday at the tower unless Bungie sits up there and says, all right, here's Xur. But when it comes to having these exotics, and we're going to also talk about the strike that was released. We're going to talk about these exotic weapons and armor. It was not just weapons; it was also armor that Xur had previewed for the Taken King. But with the strike, we're going to dive into that as well. Lady, how did you feel? You seen the exotic weapons, the exotic armors for the Tuesday on the Instagram for the Xur.
I did.
What do you think of them?
Um, well, they're not that bad looking. I like this gun right here, the
The
shotgun.
chaperone. The chaperone. Now, the chaperone is supposedly a single shot. It fires one slug. Now, I don't know if it's some type of 1887. I'm going back into some Modern Warfare 3 days, but where you have to cock it back in order to reload it. It's not an automatic. It doesn't fire multiple times. It's like you fire it once, you reload really quickly, you bring it back. But this gun, once it's maxed out and you have everything set for it, still don't know the actual power levels yet, but the chaperone has the ability to increase your agility, your reload speed, your stability, and basically making this gun like a very, very, it's going to be crucial. It's going to be crucial in the Crucible. It's going to be crucial in the Crucible. You can quote me on that. Um, this seems like that one gun that you would, take with you into the Crucible, um, as your second, as your secondary weapon. You get your green out the way, and you basically run around like a mad hatter with that gun. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say you're gonna dive into somebody that's firing like massive bullets at you, but it's a great way of being tactical and sneaking up around and flanking somebody, like flanking the whole team, if you were. Especially in 3v3, it's gonna. I see this gun playing a crucial role in uh, Trials of Osiris. I mean, people are still gonna be playing Trials of Osiris, trying to get to, that max, that Mercury area. So I definitely see that. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Talk about that one.
Okay. Let me get it up. Hold up.
You had a full experience bar, and then you got one more to run. Every single time you do it. You've been doing this for weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks upon weeks. And some people are sitting there with like 400 motes of light. People are sitting there with 700 motes of light.
people are sitting there with about 80 motes of light. I think motes of light is going to play a part of where your level, where, you know, because they're going to combine all that. They're going to combine your exotic armors, they're going to combine your exotic weapons. Everything that you have now matters to your guardian.
It's weird hearing myself talk about what I talked about last week.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a name for us, and I thought that my YouTube channel was muted. Apparently, it's not.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So we have this beautiful weapon right here. This is called the Sleeper Stimulant. And this is a heavy fusion rifle. This goes at your last slot at your heavy weapons. This is the replacement for the Gjallarhorn. This is going to be the most sought after heavy exotic weapon that they are probably going to release for the next couple of, well, until probably the next DLC. The Sleeper Stimulant is also the blueprint that you get when you pre-order when you get the collector's edition, the physical collector's edition of the Taken King. It comes with a strange coin, and it comes with this blueprint. Now, me personally, I like the blueprint for Destiny. I like the blueprints for a lot of things. If you've gone around Destiny and you've looked at a couple of tables that they have blueprints set around tables of certain guns in the tower, and even not even in the tower, but also like in, you know, the Cosmodrome or on the moon. You have to look at certain places, but they have some blueprints set up, especially in Warmind. And this gun looks like it was taken strictly out of Warmind and just bestowed to you by some technical deity that's like, here, go, wreak havoc and cause death with technology. That's what this gun looks like.
I like the design of it. I like the look of it. It looks sleek, looks slender. It looks like it's going to be a powerful fusion rifle.
As you know, with like fusion rifles, they have a charge. There's a charge time for that. Now, this one, the Sleeper Stimulant said that basically it fires a laser that will cut through its enemies, and then the laser will ricochet off of metal surface, off of a hard surface. And if you pull the picture back up,
isn't it up?
No.
No? What happened to it?
I don't know.
I don't like my computer.
Okay. You see the top. At the top, it says status complete. And it says midnight, where it says midnight, and it says still in progress. I believe that's the part where it ricochets and blows people up. That's what's it's like the tracking rockets in the Gjallarhorn. That part is not complete. That part is still in progress. It's not finished yet. Or the person that has this weapon, or Xur has this weapon, and it's basically saying this is not available yet. But the first part is available. The one where you just fire a beam and it shoots through everything. Yeah, that's available right there. It's available. But the one that acts like a tracking rocket, it's not there yet. Sleeper Stimulant it's beautiful. It's a beautiful gun, but it fails in compared to the other gun that Xur had came out with, in my opinion. I don't know. I like heavy weapons, but that's a last resort type of weapon. Let's go to the next weapon that we have on the docket.
The Telesto?
The Telesto. This says the vestige of the Queen's harbingers yet linger among Saturn's moons. This gun, the detail for it reminds me something of the Monte Carlo mixed with the Vex Mythoclast. This gun looks like it's going to be the go-to weapon of choice for a lot of Guardians out there that are running fusion rifles. Now, if this is going to be in the primary slot or the secondary slot, it's still not confirmed. But if it's going to be a if it's going to be a automatic or if it's going to have a charge time, that is going to be a real question there as well. But when it comes down to this gun, it's going to be like the Needler from Halo. It sticks. It's going to fire a laser, and basically the laser is going to send out needles that detonate and send out void damage. It's going to be void. It's a voided weapon. It's going to be crazy insane. So to all my warlocks out there, and to all my hunters out there, and to all my titans out there, if you have void and you're running a void weapon, you have void armor, this is going to be the gun for you. This is going to be the gun for you. This should be the go-to gun for you for an exotic weapon.
Yeah, it says
the next one.
Say what?
Oh, go ahead. Say what you have to say.
Now, do you think we're going to a different different planet? That's what I was trying to say. With this new DLC.
Do I believe that there will be a Saturn or a Mercury or some new planets to go to when Taken King comes out?
Yes.
I honestly do not believe so. I believe that the next thing that they're going to have you running is on the Dreadnought, because that was said. The Dreadnought will have its own missions on the Dreadnought. Like, traveling wise, the Dreadnought is huge. It's like a city that's moving. It's a moving city by itself. So, and you're going to run into a lot of enemies that in there as well. So it's kind of like a trap, and it's like you're running to your own death a little bit, because there's no way out. Because it's moving. It's going to be moving. This, for you hunters out there, is the Ahamkara's Grasp, but it's sealed. It's sealed. It's the Ahamkara's Grasp sealed. They've basically taken the regular Ahamkara grips and they've dipped them in silver and made them all shiny. It's bone. It's still bone, but they dipped them in like silver to make them shiny. And this is going to help you a lot in your PvE, PvE and your PvP, whatever you prefer to play. Dipped in silver, quiet, harder hallucinations. Oh, bear in mind, yeah. This armor is one to look out for from Xur if you're a hunter. That's all I'm gonna go to on that one, because I think hunters are OP as well, and this new exotic armor for the hunter makes them just gives them a little bit more OP-ness because of the abilities that it has with it. This I really like for the Titan helmet. A lot of people don't. If you agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, you don't. This gives me a time, it like a skeleton watch mask. This mask, I believe, don't get me wrong, and I think Titans are not over. I don't think they're too OP, but Titans have a play style that can be OP. They think hunters are OP. Hunters think Titans are OP. People that play as hunters think Titans are OP. People that play as Titans think hunters are OP. People as warlocks think y'all both OP. You're both OP. You don't need the warlock class to go run Atheon or Crota. You don't need us. We're not valuable.
And I lost Travis. Oh, you talk about Destiny and you do have the lags. Am I right or am I right? So, but that helmet that we were looking at, I want I love my Titan. My Titan is the strongest one that I have. Even though everybody is 34, my Titan is the best. And I think that helmet is going to just do wonders for the Titans. Chavez is back.
Yeah. I got disconnected. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I blamed it on Destiny and Destiny's lag.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Activision didn't pay the bills.
Yeah, you could tell during the stream too. Anyhow, as you were saying about the helmet, hon?
This one see-through. It's got clockwork, the gears, mechanisms in its head. It's very stylish. Now, is it beneficial to the Titans? Not exactly. They could have done something else. This, I really feel like, is not beneficial to a Titan. It looks pretty. That's about it. It does have its buffs. It has its uses, but for a Titan, they could have definitely bumped up this helmet a little bit more. It's better than the Ram though, because the Ram, we're not gonna talk about that. Like sought after. I have a Ram helmet, and I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Next piece of armor. This is my favorite. This is my favorite piece of armor right here.
Let me get it.
Okay.
Only because you only have one character and it's a warlock.
Yeah, but this looks so good. It looks so great. It looks beautiful. It looks so beautiful.
It does look pretty. I'll give you that.
The Alchemist Remnant. The exotic warlock chest piece. It glows. It has a pattern on its chest that glows like my favorite Iron Man. Yeah. I can just feel like Iron Man. Like when I say I'm about to like run so many OP type of I'm about to just go OP on a lot of things when Taken King comes out, just so I can possibly get this Alchemist Remnant. This lets the Warlock basically be a threat now. And not only does it heal the Warlock, but it also creates buffs. It has a primary weapons buff. It allows you to pick up when you don't need primary ammo. Say like your primary ammo is full. You've been running Icebreaker all day, or you've been running, the Gallahorn, whatever gun you're running. That's not your primary gun, so it has the maximum number of bullets. It increases your health. And then when your super's already charged, you're running around collecting orbs, that brings down your grenade and your melee. Like, you're able to use things a lot faster. You're able to do a lot of things a lot quicker. So that's why this is going to matter to a lot of Warlocks. And this is going to be a great piece to have. It looks beautiful. It looks great. And on top of that, it's probably like everybody in Destiny. If you have a Warlock, I guarantee you, if you have this, if Xur sells this, you're probably going to be using this next. It's going to be like permanent staple in your inventory.
I don't see Xur selling this anytime soon, to be honest.
I mean, let him sell it. Let him sell. I'll buy two and create another Warlock just because. No, I won't do that because I have enough things in my vault now to make a Hunter and a Titan OP soon as Taken King comes out because of that Spark of Light. And my Hunter's gear and my Titan's gear have exotics. The only thing I don't have is the Celestial Nighthawk helmet for my Hunter, which I probably will get pretty soon. Fingers crossed. You know what? It's up to the RNG. It's up to them.
So you're actually going to make a Hunter and a Titan when TTK comes out?
I might.
You should, because each character brings something different to the gameplay.
Yeah, but I like my gameplay now, and I'm especially gonna like that I can get to go all Sith Lord. I don't want to be all like Hawkeye I don't want to be all Hawkeye with my Voidwalker blow. And I don't want to be like, you know, flaming hammers thrown and decimate my enemies with sunspots. By the way, that brings us to the wait. There's another. Isn't there another weapon?
No,
No, there's only three
that's
weapons.
that's all the ones I found with those three.
Okay, all right. So
And if there is, I'm sorry if I couldn't find it, guys.
it's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Because now we're going to talk about Destiny and their strike and their special Twitch stream that happened today. By the way, the power got cut off and they had to reset the clocks for 4 minutes. I didn't know. It's not a short thing. And you get to go back and you get to look and you get to see what they're doing. You had a power outage right before this. And then you put the clock back on for 4 minutes trying to resolve everything so that we can, you know, so they can bring the strike. It's great that they resolved it in 4 minutes, that you had a power outage and you got it resolved in 4 minutes. That is amazing.
Let's be in a company, a big company.
But as after the 4 minutes had counted down, they brought in the screen of Destiny. They brought in the Taken King trailer. They brought in the strike for the they brought in the strike trailer. You got to see that. Got to see how that was done. And my thoughts on the strike aren't good, but they're not
I
bad
think
either.
you're more positive on the strike than I am.
Well, you know how many strikes I've ran. So
Oh, more than the average person can count.
when you run as many strikes as I have, it's kind of like, why? So we have a new strike, and I'm not excited about it, but I'm not going to avoid it. Like I avoided so many other things. I avoided raids. I avoided nightfalls for a while.
God, have
But
you avoid?
I never avoided a strike. When it's like, oh, this is a strike, I've never avoided a strike.
I like to have to pull you by your hair to do a raid. It was bad.
Yes, you did. You did. Definitely did. Because raids just make me think like, oh my gosh, work, teamwork, getting yelled at. Do you know what you're doing? No, I've never done a raid. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I'm a warlock. I'm a fleshy. All I know is pew, 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 pew. That's it. That's all I know. I don't know. I'm like, oh, you're going to jump from that side? Okay, wow, really? You can do that. That's interesting. I don't have the boots to do that, though. I just got here. How you doing? Welcome to the club. Like, hi, my name's. Hi, how you doing?
Back to the strike.
Yeah. But so they did their strike reveal, and Lady is less enthused about the strike than I am. I have my qualms about the strike, but they're not all bad. It's more on the side of but I know it's supposed to be better. I know that. Activision, yeah. I blame you a little bit. Bungie, I blame you. But everybody gets shared blame of that. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking that I want to talk about what I saw before the strike, which was the character loadout for the people running the strike.
See, that's the part I missed.
Yeah, that right there. They showed the subclasses, the new subclasses. They showed the hunters, their void bow. They showed their Titans solar hammer. They showed the Sith warlock, the Stormcaller. And even though the hunter, the void walker is a support class, it's deemed as a support class for everybody else. I feel like you're still not giving the Titan or a warlock a chance to really shine in the aspects of running a true raid. or just running a game in general, because even though it's support, there's a lot of things on there where a hunter can be really greedy about. Like, oh, why don't you have this set to where you can throw a grenade down and everybody disappears if they get hit by this grenade? There's a grenade that creates a invisible shield for you. So if you say like your friend is not running that, it's more selfish for him to get all these kills, because he can still go invis. He can still go invis. He can still and then on top of that you have the bow, and you're able to either chain the bow or you're able to provide orbs for your friends. It's support, but then again, it's not support. It kind of chooses. The hunter's Void Walker class lets you choose whether if you want to be a team player or you want to be, a solo dolo type of person. Not saying that's bad. It depends on your play style, but when you get into a raid, especially the new raid, you're kind of be like, do I help them or do I just let them fall? And it's not just up to you, it's up to the other 5 people that you have running in your raid as well. The Titan, their solar hammer.
I was impressed with that.
This hammer just causes damage on. That's all it does. It just damage. Yeah, it messed that tank up. Like, man, I kind of want to battle Voxless again, with a Titan, because all I gotta do is throw the hammer and create sunspots, and then the sunspots cause damage, and you get to throw 3 of these. You get to throw 3 hammers. I'm gonna mess somebody up.
It's like the tank's half-life was gone.
Yeah, and when you have that and you combine that with the solar grenades, like the Warlock has the solar grenades, and they have another one which is their incendiary grenades. You also have their solar charge. It's another attribute for the solar hammer instead of the sunstrokes. Wait, that's not right. Sunspots. There you go. It was a joke. If you saw the Twitch stream, you know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, it's still funny. So, the Titan, still strong. That super ability did look very nice. It really did. It's power up, throw some hammers at targets that you really just don't want to be there, and then targets around them still get inflicted by damage. That's very impressive.
It was almost as good as the Fist of Havoc, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go Fist of Havoc on a tank, but I would do the hammer.
I mean, if you can get out of there, I do it. If you don't think you can get out of there, I wouldn't do it.
If you can.
But this solar hammer is I can do whatever I want. I feel like the solar hammer just gives you the great, I got the golden ticket. I can do whatever I want because I got this hammer and I can throw it, or I can just slam it on the ground and just create a massive solar blast and pushes enemies far back into the abyss where they belong. But Warlocks have the Stormcaller, which allows us to be little sets. And a lot of people don't like Blink. A lot of people do like Blink. As Lady knows, I was a person that used Blink a lot.
Oh my God,
Void Walker class. Now that I'm running Sunsinger, I have to glide everywhere. Not saying that gliding is not a good thing, but I like to go invisible and reappear somewhere. It takes a lot of pressure off of me when I'm running around trying to heal people. That's what I am. I'm a medic. I'm the medic of the group.
I'm not there anymore, so who you heal on?
Everybody else. You're not the only one.
I feel badly for you. They'll be like, you know what, ladies not here, you have to come and revive me just so you feel like you're doing something.
Possibly. That is possibly. I'm getting mercy medic cards, but either way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because I can say that in Crucible, that'd be that would be a whole different story. I'm up here like the savior of the team, and I'm not even going clutch. Somebody else goes clutch, but I brought you back. I brought you back so you could go clutch. I'm the catalyst for your win. The Stormcaller allows the Warlock to gain blink during his lightning show. Like I can set people, I can lightning you and then blink and then lighten somebody else and then chain it all together. It's very interesting how they did that. You didn't get to see it in this new one, but you know it's there. That's what they're going to give you.
Yeah,
And
I thought they should have showed more of the Warlock's abilities than what they actually did during this strike, because I wasn't impressed with a little bit, and I do mean little bit, that they showed you of the Warlock and its abilities. I have to try it to see if I like it, but I wasn't impressed.
right. Oh man, what is it? So yeah, I mean, I did want to see a little bit more of what the Warlock could definitely do, because what was shown was like we've already seen it. We've already seen the Warlock levitate and magic fingers, spirit fingers, spirit fingers, spirit fingers. Like we've seen that. That's been done. And to add a blink to it, that'd have been different. That would feel like this art class for this Warlock has some type of element to survive and thrive and not just be, hey guys, I'm here.
Come to think of it, in Bungie's defense, if I'm not mistaken, Cosmo was doing the Warlock, and he's normally the hunter.
Yeah, he's a hunter. Yeah, and yeah.
So he probably didn't have the proper build to do it. I'll give Bungie that much.
I also want to say that all right, so after the loading screen got done, and then we saw the characters, everybody was running gear from their factions. You had For the World Cult, you had New One Monarchy, and you had Dead Orbit. Everybody had all purples lined up. There was no exotic seen in this trailer that was revealed of the strike. There was no exotics revealed. There was nothing like that. But the characters' armor was all purple. And their max level was 40. Their light level was 20. No, light level was 200. My bad. I'm sorry. That's wrong. Their light level was 200. So is it going to be that easy to get your armor up to a level 200 light level with you being 40 off, like, just by having all purples?
Well, wouldn't it depend on what ghost you have? Because it's supposed to be a specific ghost to help you with your light, and if the ghost, he has to be leveled up, right?
I mean, from what I saw was all the armor was still purple. The ghost was like either green or it was a blue. There was no purple. It wasn't a purple ghost. But everybody was equal. It was Dead Orbit armor, a relic, artifact. Everybody had artifacts, and everybody's artifact was either the same way, like it either gave you orbs or it did something when you killed minions of the darkness, it gave you orbs. Everybody's artifact basically ran something to support their strike. And it wasn't saying that wasn't a bad thing, letting us see these artifacts, because we haven't got any much information on the artifacts besides that they're going to basically matter and they're going to add to your buff of whatever you're doing. The armor, on the other hand, was what I was more impressed about, because New Monarchy's Titan armor looked amazingly good. and Dead Orbit's Warlock armor looked great. So I'm not a big Future War for the Cult, but that was on the Hunter. That was on top. Yeah, that was on the Hunter. So that it looks good because it's it's blue, white, and orange. It looked great. It had the IFC there. The helmet looks amazing. You could have did something better with the boots, but the chest plate looked good as well. So from a level scale, Dead Orbit's armor for the Warlock, I would give first. New Monarchy, I would give to the Titan second. And I'm not being biased. But that's just from the armor loadout and setup. I'm giving you a ranking. It went the Dead Orbit for the Warlock, then it went New Monarchy, then it went Future War Cult for the Hunter. That's all I'm saying. It's not me being biased. I'm being, especially when it comes down to faction armor. I'm not being biased. It just looked better. Everybody was level 40, light level 200. Running into the strike, and what I saw was that.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where was the strike at? What was the strike on?
It was the Twin Brothers. Where was it at? I have no idea.
Wasn't it on a ship?
Yeah, it was on the Dreadnought, but it was on. The brothers had went to the Dreadnought in order to stop Oryx because, hey, it's Oryx. He takes people. And the brothers went there to stop him. So we as Guardians are like, oh, wait. So we're going to kill like two birds with one stone. We're not going to help the Cabal. We're going to go in there, kill the two brothers that want to kill Oryx. We're going to go in there. We're going to kill them. And then we're going to take over the ship. That way we get, information. It's all about knowledge. Knowledge is what makes Destiny run. That's what matters to the Guardians, apparently, is knowledge.
And I thought at first we were supposed to be going to help them like we did the Queen.
Nah, we didn't help them at all. We massacred them by like the mother load.
Oh yeah.
Anytime where you sit up there and you're like, hey, I'm gonna electrocute your friend, I don't think we're cool after that. I honestly, I don't think we can be, friends. It's like, you just electrocuted my brother. I don't think we could be friends after that. Like, you threw a hammer at him that was on fire. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna just, share a beer, sit down, and talk about that. We're not good after this. I didn't see anything with the Hunter. That's why I didn't bring up the Hunter. I didn't see anything done magically with the Hunter besides him firing bows. And that's basically what I want to say about that.
I didn't even realize that they used the Hunter Super Saiyan.
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
Yeah, like it wasn't like, oh, the Hunter's bow is being used at a pivotal point in this time. Like, no, this guy is jumping around at like ridiculous speeds. Like, one of the brothers has a lightning jump pack that he allows him to jump up and then slam fist down on the ground like he's some overpowered elephant sized buster. Yeah. And then the other one is sitting there with artillery fire shooting like blue orbs of death at you. And I'm sitting here like, well, it killed one. Oh no, because now the other brother has a rocket pack with the death cannon of blue flame that lands on you, and you just slowly start losing life because you don't realize you're actually in it. But then he starts jumping around. I'm sitting here like, there's a feature on the bow that lets them trap them to the ground so they stop hopping around. If you use that, that would have been 10 times better to show that off. But they didn't use that. So
they should have used that. They should have. I mean, we got to see what everybody else could do. They should have showed us exactly what that bow could do and how it could have helped improved our gameplay.
Well, I'm going to say this to all my hunters out there. and you guys are hunters for a reason. Not saying that you're OP or anything, but when you're in a strike or you're in a raid, you guys are valuable and you're appreciated. And this is coming from a fan of a warlock, so take it with whatever yay or nay as you want. I really don't care, but I'm giving you your props because you have a void bow that can basically trap somebody to a ground and then let the other team shoot at them. So if there's an orc coming, or if there's a tank coming, or if there is happens to be a 2-ton freaking elephant charging at you with a jetpack, trap him to the ground. I'm pretty sure the guardians out there of the Destiny community, you're gonna put, if you're a hunter, you're gonna put the, hey, let's hold him to the ground and then beat the crap out of him.
Now, how long, did they ever say how long he's going to be held to the ground?
No,
I doubt it's going to
but
be like a long time.
no, I don't doubt that. I don't think it's going to be a long time, but I think if you hit it right and you're able to chain it, because you're able to chain the bow.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you're able to chain the bow. You're able to chain the lightning. You're able to chain the bow. So when he fires the bow, he has 3 shots. He can fire it once, and it tethers, like 3 void tethers come out, and it's like, all right, he's there. He's chained. And then you and your other friend have an exotic super weapon that fires a laser at this person. I'm pretty sure you're going to do some type of damage.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you
So,
could
like,
have a warlock, you know, just storm call. I'm like, hey, I'm doing something.
picture it. If you use the bow
Right.
and you trap him and put the chain around him,
Right.
and then the Titan takes his hammers and he's just flipping them. And then at the same time, the warlock is like, with his little.
Yeah.
That he should be able to come down pretty fast, just so you super say,
I mean, I don't think you're gonna come down pretty fast. I think that'll be like not even a quarter of somebody's life. I think that would be like we was rating it on a 100% scale. If you hit with the bow, the Titan, and the warlock, and you have like 3 other people, say if you're doing a raid or if you're doing a strike. Well, let's go with the strike for now because you had 2 strike bosses. And what they're hitting them with, mind you, the weapons that they're using are, one was a Taken King Green. That threw me off by a lot. It was not all purple.
Cannon, right?
Yeah, it was a hand cannon. It was a green hand cannon, but it was green. It was a common weapon. It wasn't a rare.
And he was
it wasn't
some critical points off of that.
Yeah, he really was. So that 200 light is really going to matter because that weighs your attack and your defense. So the quicker you get that light up, it's going to help you in the long run, especially when you have a green drop putting up damage that a purple drop would do. So you had that. I mean, was it purple? Was it purple? I don't think it was purple.
I don't think
that sniper rifle was purple. It went green, purple, purple. Yeah, that's how it went. It went green, purple, purple. And that was the hand cannon that he was using. But props to Destiny to making those uncommon items, you know, worth something again. Honestly, does that mean I'm going to use them? Probably not. I'm gonna stick to like my yellow, my purple, or my. I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna go all purples, 1 yellow, 1 purple, 1 yellow, all purple. It's been a minute since I ran a all purple loadout, but I just want to know how easy it will be to actually get your level up to 40. Besides, like your armor wise, the light level was at 200, and they all had, you know, just it's like going to your Vanguard. It's like going to Eric, whatever teller that was at the tower when you first started, and getting the armor from Taken King from them and just going into doing something. And that's going to cost you. I don't even think that's going to cost you. Like, it might cost you legendary marks, and you can get to refill those. So there's got to be better armor out there, whether you're doing the raid or what have you. I don't know. Oryx might drop some, might have an armor set that you could get that's purple. It's going to be better.
Talking about drops, the bosses now are supposed to be doing drops.
Yeah, the bosses.
And you'll be able to tell, like, if somebody's checking you out and say you got a helmet, they'll be able to know exactly where you got that from and what boss and stuff. Which I think is pretty nice that the bosses are finally going to give us something. We're going to be rewarded for taking these Mahonies down.
Yeah, because I'm hearing an echo.
I'm double checking it, but I think I have everything muted.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's muted.
When you have all right, there we go. When and that's the thing about it. After the strike, they didn't let us see what they got. After the strike, you didn't see what they got. All it said was the simple, normal things. I didn't see anything like jump out at the screen like, "Oh my gosh, you got this!" It was like they said there's going to be like drops for they're going to be dropping armors. They're going to make the strikes. I wish they did this earlier because of all the strikes that I've ran, but the boss are going to drop like armor that's going to be uniquely for that, from that strike, and it's going to tell you how you got it and blah. Why didn't y'all do this sooner? Y'all could have did that in Dark Below.
There's another thing that I liked they said about the strikes, and that's that they're going to be changing. You're not always going to be having the same boss. I think they meant on doing that strike. So if you go in there the first time and it's the Cabals, the second time it might be Hive, and the third time it might be the Fallen.
Yeah, they're switching up the entrance. They're not changing the boss. Like the boss that you fight at the end, that's the boss that you fight at the end. But throughout the game, because you're on this Taken ship, you might be fighting, Taken Hive. You might be fighting Taken Cabal. You might be fighting Taken, Vex. You might be fighting a different array of enemies at all times. So you can't sit up there with the same loadout. Well, I mean, you could, but if there was something that gives you better drops against Vex, or something that gives you better drops against, Fallen, like you can't, like the Kelbreaker armor, you get a better chance of killing Fallen. You get orbs from that. So if you don't see any Fallen on the Dreg, that didn't help your team at all.
Right. Did you happen to see them fight the Taken?
Yeah, they fought the Taken Cabal.
They looked, in my personal opinion, like see-through type.
Yeah.
Like a jellyfish.
Yeah. They look like, you gotta watch Titan AE. They look exactly like those creatures. They really do. Those little glass guys from Titan AE.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie. But they're made out of glasses. They were not CG animated. They were animated, but that's what the Taken remind me of, especially when they split. And when those two little guys split, I was like, okay. So I'm aiming straight headshots for them from now on. I'm going last word. I'm running, and that's another thing. The Thorn and the Gallahorn are not making over to year 2. That's not happening.
Well, something has to happen with the Galahorn because it's not, like you said earlier, it's not completely done. There's more that
Well,
they're supposed to be doing to it.
I mean, the
So,
Gallahorn. No, the Gallahorn's done. The Gallahorn is dead. I'm talking about the sleeper remnant. That's the sleeper. That's the sleeper remnant. The Gallahorn is done. There. That's year one. It's left in the past. That's only going to be good for Crota and Atheon. But why would you use the Gallahorn when you have the sleeper remnant on Atheon? Why would you do it? Huh? Like,
now,
no,
how many
you're
people
going to
do
be
you
running
think
the
are going to be
same.
crying because the sleeper is OP'd, like the Galahorn was? So I don't
Yeah.
have it, and everybody else is using it.
And once again, Zer sold it, and you got it for being lucky. You didn't work for it. You taking out the thorn, that pissed me off. I worked for my thorn, just like I worked for my bad juju. I worked for my super good advice. I worked for every exotic bounty that I got. There was no, well, there is a cheesing way to get in the thorn, but there's no cheesing the way of the crucible with a voided weapon. There's no cheesing that. And now, because they've added a void class to, the hunter, I guarantee you a lot of people are about to be sitting up here. Well, I wish the thorn had carried over to year 2, because now I can actually do something with it, because I can get the crucible bounty done. Why? Because you complained. You complained. You ran, you cried, and Destiny listened to you, and now you're getting a. I had to work for that. Me personally, using Atheon's epilogue and Crucible, not the brightest idea. It's not good because it's rapid fire, and it's badly rapid fired. But if you didn't have a void weapon and you couldn't do a thorn bounty, now that you have a hunter that has the thorn, that has a void class, instead of just a warlock and getting it done, yeah, the thorn got left behind. And honestly, I still have my last word. I still got bad juju. I don't know about the icebreaker. I don't know if anybody really cared about that, but I don't know about the icebreaker. I didn't see the icebreaker. I'm sitting over here like, oh, Surge Regime looks good. Anybody got word on the icebreaker? Is that getting transferred over in the year 2? Does anybody care?
I care.
I mean,
but I didn't see it.
There's some there's special weapons. I'm sitting here like, I want to see the sniper rifles of year 2 exotics. I want to see them. I want to see the 2 sniper rifles that are going to be year 2 exotics, and I want to see the specs on them. I want to see those, because those are going to be, they're not going to be sold. Well, they might be sold, but apparently Zer is going to be selling the sleeper remnant, Talico, and that, oh my gosh, chaperone. Will I buy the chaperone? I will buy it just because I can say I have it. Would I use it is a different question.
Do you actually see him selling it like right off the bat though? Seriously? I don't see him selling it for a month, 2 months into the new DLC.
I don't know, because right now Destiny and Bungie, with Bungie and Activision right now, they have to do a lot of sucking up right now. Like, not only did you guys mess us over with the whole DLC thing, not only did you do that, but now they're like, all right, well, we want this to be a fun game for you to play, and we want to make sure that your addiction passes on to your other friends, so that you're not going to sit here and just complain to them about why they shouldn't get Destiny and hop on to the Destiny bandwagon, and of whatever console they might have. It helps if you have the same console instead of having PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Xbox. Not saying there's a console war there
instead of the X1.
Oh my gosh!
Just saying, you're the one who doesn't have it.
I don't. I have it on the one.
Mm-hmm. It's where you buy
They should've-
digital so you can, you know, back and forth, back and forth.
Mortal Kombat X is still. I got a digital. Then again, that's only. Is that an exclusive? Is that exclusive? New gen only. I don't know. I really don't care. But
Real quick.
Yeah.
Question. Did you pre-order BO3?
What?
Have you pre-ordered Black Ops 3?
Yes.
And
So I
if
got that
so,
post.
have you done the beta? Because that's going on right now.
Yeah, and I don't have a code, and I probably won't have time to even do it. And my brother has, and he's on PS4, and he's looked like freaking Robin Hood, which was funny because he had a bow.
His
I
character,
don't know what, huh?
his character had a bow.
Yeah, his character had a bow, like a archer's bow, and he was sitting.
Oh,
He
I
was
thought you
sitting
meant like a
down.
bow tie.
No, like an archer's bow. I
Um,
don't know what it is with bows, but apparently they're about to make a huge comeback. So
oh my God. No. I remember, what was it? The original Black Ops when everybody had those damn crossbow thingies.
yeah,
Ugh.
this one is this one is like Crisis. This is like the Crisis 3, bro. It's like you pull it back and you fire that thing. I was like, well, they're dead. They're very dead.
Okay. I was just wondering if you were doing the beta.
Nah. I mean, not saying I could, not saying I couldn't. I just wouldn't know if I would want to. I got Gears. I got the HD collection for Gears now. I'm like sitting here like, do I even want to play Destiny? I do, but I have nothing to do. Sitting here just
No,
but let's see here. Useful information
I remember.
about the 3 classes.
Can I butt in?
Yeah, go ahead.
How about when the boss ran away at Half-Life and then the second boss came? Like they're afraid of you. What did you think of that?
That was like a tag team. Oh, that's what that was. That wasn't, oh, I'm afraid. No, it's like, all right, I'm down to half-life or a quarter of a life. I'm going to go get Big Brother in here to finish you guys off because I feel like I've done some type of damage. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, they were kicking my butt. Let me run and hide. No, that was, all right, bro, you got him.
Sort of like wrestling
Yeah.
with the tag.
Like, and they made the joke about John Cena and Randy Orton, which was funny. That was funny, but it wasn't funny as everything has got to be taken with a grain of salt, but it's funny. And I'm not gonna give how I feel about John Cena or how I feel about where Seth Rollins is, but Sting handled that. Sting did what he's supposed to do. Made the vigilante live forever. But
I take it that was
when,
wrestling.
huh?
Take it they made a wrestling pun.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched wrestling in like 20 years.
It's something to do on a Monday night.
It became a soap opera. I got tired. I'm bored.
Yeah, then it stopped being a soap opera and then went into a kid show. And now it's trying to get back to being some violent type of thing, and it's not quite there because it's still family friendly. But with the brothers, like the boss running away at Half-Life, just it's like a little orb that if you don't get it to half-life, it regenerates all of its life on PoE. It was like, are you serious? Then I got to deal with your brother now. It's like, you're just lucky they don't have like regens. Like, can you imagine if they had regens? And mind you, they were on normal. They weren't on hard. They were on normal. When they ran the strike, it was on normal. It's like 26.
Who does
It
this
was
strike on 26?
It was a strike 26.
I don't even do strikes on 26.
It was normal.
Babies.
They probably didn't want to make it drag out like they did with PoE.
Well,
Oh, let's die and keep coming back. Oh, okay.
with PoE,
Here's this. No, remember when they did their Twitch stream for PoE?
yes,
Remember how annoying that got?
yes.
Because they died, came back, died again, came back, got a little farther. It's like they died every round, and then
It was like
got
they
back.
didn't know how to play.
Right. This one, it was like, let's just goof around because we've played this before. We got our hands on it, you know, except for that one guy because he hasn't played Destiny because he's not part of Destiny. But everybody else seemed like they know what they were doing, and that's why they got through that strike as quickly as they possibly did. Because it doesn't seem like it's a long strike.
No, it seems like. Go ahead.
It's a strike. It's how a strike is supposed to be. You're supposed to have a mid boss. You're supposed to have an entrance, a mid boss, and a final boss. That's what a strike is. That's what Destiny has made their classification for a strike. Not a puzzle game thrown along into the strike like they did with Atheon and its raid, or a beat the clock with Crota. A strike has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's it.
I don't think it should take 10 minutes to do a strike, though. I mean, that was quick. That was like, no.
And once again, I think that's RNG. I think that's Bungie. I think that was Bungie like souping it up something, taking away from the ads, taking away from the NPCs, and giving them a little bit more power. Because to this day. Well, then again, once again, this was a normal level 26 strike. They were all level 40. This was on a green.
Why would a strike be a 26 now? Now that they're at level 40, why have a level 26 strike?
Because the play taking king, you start at 25. Like, you start at 25. You're able to do strikes. You're able to do this. You're able to do that. You automatically get like a blue tier of armor from the Taken King to give you your new light level. But if you're just starting and you use the Sparkle Light, that automatically just gives you like weapons, gear, armor, everything that you need to go run Taken King story mode. And I still saw like at the bottom, they were still getting experience. And I was trying to figure out what they was getting experience for because they was all maxed out. They was at level 40. But they were still getting experience.
And their armor wasn't leveled up. I mean, the guns wasn't leveled up all the way.
That's a possibility.
I mean, you could put on something that's not a 42 and mix it with something that's, you know, a 36 and get yourself to 42 anyhow. So.
But once again, we're talking about the old way of Destiny doing things. This is the new way. This is we have to go to level 40. Like everything is taken into effect. The weapons that we use are taken into effect of how much damage is caused by our light level. Our light level is a representation of our attack and our defense combined. And their light level was at 200, level 40, 200, and they went into this level 26 strike and they dominated. I mean, it took 10 minutes. Like you said, it took 10 minutes.
Yeah, the only reason why the stream was so long is because they stopped and, you know, DJ.
Deej. Deej.
My bad. Sorry, dude. Deej would start talking,
Yeah.
but that's why the whole stream took so long. But the strike
It's
itself,
to give you, yeah, the strike itself only took like 10 minutes. Like, that's like coming on. I was like, hey, I want to get something done, like simple, easily done. Boom. Now, you know, when we actually get Taken King, we're gonna sit up there and we're gonna be struggling trying to get through the strike. You're gonna be sitting there like, how did they do this? How? How did they do this? And you're gonna be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna go play some Crucible.
I ain't playing no Crucible.
Lady will never say that, but
Oh, no. I'm trying to talk my niece into going to do my Crucibles. Oh, he's so happy. I found out yesterday that my niece is on the 360 and the X1, and she plays Destiny, and she was whipping butt.
that's what's up.
And she was every screenshot she sent me, she was at the top. She was carrying everybody.
That is what's up. I'm glad. Happy.
Family game of family
Of Destiny.
of Destiny.
Because believe me, we'll not be doing these talk shows about Destiny if it wasn't for Lady. I was stuck at the infamous light level 27 for the longest time. Thought I did something with my life. So I did nothing but range strikes. So yeah.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have all the knowledge if it weren't for you. So it works. It's a two-way street here.
Yeah. But Destiny's like a drug, and it's like, shouldn't do it because you know it's bad for you. But at the same time, it kills a lot of time.
It takes out a lot of stress too. I mean,
and it feels so much better. It feels so much better when you get that final piece of something done. It's like, yes, I've obtained glory. I have done this. And it's like you look around and you realize it's like, who did I do this for? Unless you're running a raid and you happen to get a Gallahorn back before Zerg didn't sell the Gallahorn in the raid. And you're like, oh, we got the galley. Oh, yeah, cool. You get to like hear the like nerd freak out.
Talking about raids, I still haven't gotten a Black Hammer, nor did I see it being, is that being brought over?
I have no idea. I don't know if a sniper rifle, I don't know one sniper rifle that's getting brought over into Taken King, which really kind of like, I'm worried. I'm a little worried about this. I'm like, what happens to Patience and Time? What happens to Iceberg? I know somebody has got to have this gun. And I didn't see it. I haven't seen it.
Wow, that was kind of freaky.
Patience and Time, Icebreaker, hell, the Plan C. There's a lot of guns that you would think that somebody would have or just unlocked, like how they went to that was the whole thing about it, is when you went to the exotic wall, and I'm going to call it the exotic wall because that's what it is. It shows you all the exotics that you've had unlocked. And basically what that did was it transformed. And this is how I know they kept up with that. This is how I know they kept up with that. Because every time you get an exotic, you get a Grimoire card.
Right.
That Grimoire card stays with you no matter what, even if you delete your exotic. That's how they know that you've had this exotic at some point in time. You think Destiny's really going to sit up there and, oh, hey, I remember when you played with this gun? No. That's why they have Grimoire cards there. So if you have a Grimoire, if you have the top ranking Grimoire right now, you probably will be level 36 or 38. I'm not saying
they're not going to put you that close to it.
I mean, if you combine everything that you've had and everything that you've done and everything that's in your vault for one character, they might put you to 38. They might put you to 38.
No, because they said that they were going to make you work for it.
Yeah, they're making you work 2 levels. You know how hard it was just to jump up 1 level?
And I think that they should make us a 36 and make us work for the other 4.
I think they should. All right, I'm not gonna say what I think they should do because we're on air. I'm gonna be polite about it. But I want everybody to notice that if you're watching, go back and look at the stream, the Twitch, and notice that you didn't see any sniper rifles. You didn't see a fusion rifle. You didn't see the Plan C. You didn't see it. It wasn't there. And Sir has sold the Icebreaker countless times. I don't have one because I was lazy. He sold the Patience of Time, and I bought that. Then I got one in a drop like an hour right after that. The Plan C, even the multimedia tool. Where was that? I saw the bad juju. I saw everything else. I'm like, where are the guns that people normally don't use? Where are these guns at? Not saying they're not going to be there. Not saying that they are going to be there, but it's a little food for thought. You know, I leave that. That's what I leave. I leave you with the notion that Icebreaker and Plan C probably will not carry over into year 2. I leave that on the table. I leave that there. Because I want to see evidence. I want to see proof of it.
Well, I will be very sad if my Icebreaker does not carry over. I like that better than I do my G-Horn.
I like my Hunger Crota better than I like my Gjallarhorn. I really do. I'm trying to figure out how I can get my Hunger Crota to go up a level 2. Can I infuse that? Can I infuse my Hunger Crota?
I don't know. They said guns were going to be infusible. They just didn't say what guns.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
Still, seeing as I don't know, nobody did it last time, so I'm gonna say it again, but I'm not gonna say it a third time because that's not how I do things. So I'm going to be giving away Destiny, the game, Destiny, Dark Below, and the House of Wolves DLC for free, mind you. I don't want anything in return except, you know, if you like us, like and subscribe to the video. If you don't like us, be honest. Not brutally honest, but leave a comment. Say what we can change, say what we can do. Especially if it's about me, because I like network criticism over social media sites. I do. I enjoy it a little bit. Today's a day where I can actually use it. So if you want to, be in the comment section and talk like, oh, I disagree with you on this and this and this, and we can have a little back and forth. Yeah, we can do that. I'm feeling that way today. I'm feeling very combative. I need to go play some Destiny. Actually, I need to go play some freaking gear. That's what I need to go do. But yeah. So I left that on the table for you guys. Plan C, Icebreaker. Will that be carried over in year 2? Haven't seen anything. Haven't heard anything about that. So I leave that there. And lady, anything else?
For Destiny, nah. I'm disappointed. That's it. But make sure you tune in tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to catch us for our sci-fi night. What was sci-fi is now reality.
So be there or be square.
Oh, yeah. That part too. Sorry. Old age kicking in. Okay. This is Lady